Tonight, the Australian gliders in their first final at a Paralympic Games, up against defending champions Canada at the Superdome.
I think the girls are probably a little edgy, a little nervous. They're going somewhere where they've never gone before, but they're ready.
Yes, a big night for Coach Peter Corr and his team as they look to make history here in Sydney with the first medal for an Australian women's wheelchair basketball team, maybe gold. The final got underway just over 10 minutes ago. We join the match now with your commentators, Rollers coach Bob Turner and Clinton Gribus.
Thank you, Karen. Good evening to you, and good evening wherever you might be joining us around Australia. Welcome to the Sydney Superdome. Tonight, the venue for the hottest ticket in Australian sport as the gliders try to propel their name into the Australian sports psyche to sit alongside the likes of our stars, the Hockeyroos, the Wallabies, the Kangaroos, and so on. More than 15,000 people here, and that's the situation. The gliders 9, leading Canada 8. With a little less than 11 minutes to play, the margin has been not more than 2 points the difference either way after Canada got on the scoreboard first. Amanda Carter, the gliders' leading scorer to this point, with 4 points. Bob Turner, as Karen said, is with me as we wait for the shot clock getting down to 1 second. Tesh gets it away, in and out. And the violation and the basketball will belong to Canada. Bob, what about the opening 10 minutes of this game so far? It really has been an arm wrestle.
Well, I was talking to Peter Corr earlier this morning, and he said, you know, we have to shoot the ball at about 40%. They're averaging 30% in this tournament. If they can just get the ball down a couple of times and get some confidence, they'll be okay. Canada has not been beaten in a World Championship or Paralympics since 1992. So the Aussies have it up against them, but I know they're tough. And they're really excited to be playing in this fantastic atmosphere.
It is a real buzz here at the Superdome. Canada working it around. There's a whistle as a Canadian player goes down. Kendra Ohama, she's okay to carry on. Canada trailing by 1, as Bob said, unbeaten in major international competition since they won the Paralympic gold medal in Barcelona in 1992. From there, they won the World Championships in 94 and 98. They won the Paralympic gold medal in Atlanta in 96, and now they're trying to close out a decade of dominance. A foul is called on number 5 for Australia, Alison Mosley, and Canada will be off to the free throw line to shoot 2 through Tracy Ferguson. And I guess, Bob, the positives for the Australian team, they played a 5-game series against Canada at the World Slam Down Under tournament here in Sydney in June, and they won that series 3 games to 2, and Canada hadn't been beaten in international competition at any level for 8 years prior to that. So the gliders go into this game knowing that their opponents are not invincible.
Well, anytime you get a chance to play the best, you usually improve kind of quite remarkably, and Tracy Ferguson hits 2 of 2 to give Canada the lead, but when they won 3 games out of 2, you can see their confidence level lift. They now have the backing of quite a number of Aussies in this Superdome, and I'm sure that they're going to use that to their full advantage.
Mosley inside, unable to make the basket, leaning forward. The tall Canadian player, Renee Decole. The numbers there from the free throw line. The gliders 3 out of 4 so far. More than halfway through this opening half, Canada leading it by 1 and now 3.
And those shots starting to drop now from Canada. They did not get those good looks early in the first 10 minutes of this first half, and they're going to have to shut down the free throw line area because that is an open shot, and they're hitting it.
Canada on a 4-0 scoring run, leading it by 3. Liesl Tesh, she's the star of the show for the Aussies. Here she is from outside, short with the shot. And a foul has been called on the rebound, and it is going to be called on Canada for some holding. Linda Petrowski, the captain, whistled for it.
Liesl Tesh is fun to watch. She really enjoys her basketball. She's got a bit of a larrikin and true Aussie nature, and she's averaged, I think she's leading scorer in this tournament. She's leading in rebounds and also leading in assists. So she is the mainstay of this Australian team, and the reason they're in the finals and undefeated.
A couple of substitutions for the gliders as Adams and Mosley take a break. Sharon Slan and the captain, Donna Ritchie, come into the game. Donna Ritchie, the captain of the team, and her husband, Cone Janssens, the star of the Dutch men's team, who will be playing for the gold medal tomorrow night. And Bob, that's the last time I'll mention the gold medal playoff tomorrow night.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that, but I must admit it is going to be a great game. Canada and the Netherlands, probably the two best teams in this competition. Two great star players in Van der Linden and Patrick Anderson, and that will be a game not to miss.
Canada come up with possession. Katrowski, the captain, passing it out. Ohama working inside, banks it home for two. Canada on a 6-0 scoring run, and they now lead it by 5.
Canada has 9 players that are averaging over 16 minutes a game, 7 that are in the 20-plus minutes. So, you know, the coach really uses his players well. They're all averaging a good spread across the board in scoring. So the difference is if you can stop Liesl Tesch and you know, cut her down in scoring, then you're going to be in the hunt to win this game.
Tesch, Carter and Mosley average 31 of Australia's 42 points per game as they turn it over once again.
Well, as you always know, momentum plays such a significant part. The Australians were up 9-8 when we came into this broadcast, and 3 minutes later, maybe we should shut down for a couple of minutes and come back again.
We'll hand it back to Karen for the next 10 minutes or so. Oh dear, it's a tense time for the Aussie coaching staff. Sharon Slan all tied up there with Tracy Ferguson near the halfway line, had their chairs caught. Coach Peter Corr barking out the instructions. Finally they untangle.
Well, after a couple of years of coaching wheelchair basketball, it's just amazing the stamina, the attitude, the intensity that they have in their game, and it really is infectious. I know I talked to Brett Brown the other day, and I said, boy, if we can get the intensity in the Kings like they have in the rollers and the gliders, we're going to be looking good.
Back to live action. Canada leading it by 5. This is Katrowski with the pass off to Petanici. Along the baseline, Ohama short, gets her own rebound. Pass inside. DeCole can't make it. Australia pulling the rebound for Nadia Romeo. And now here's the captain, Donna Ritchie. No support, so she will slow it down. Wait for the teammates. Liesl Tesch has 3 points. The leading scorer is Carter with 4 for the Gliders. Liesl Tesch working to the right-hand side. Can't bank it home on the rebound. Donna Ritchie will recover possession. 8 minutes to play first half. Ritchie, the pass for Tesch. Tesch spinning around, steady, shoots, can't score. They might get a third try. Slam. Almost had it knocked away. The shot clock reset following the earlier shot. It's down to 20 seconds now. That's in the upper right of your screen. Paula Coughlin working it around to the right-hand side. The lob pass for Tesch. Shot clock down to 10. Tesch fires again, still can't hit. And this time Canada will get the rebound.
And once again, the offense really centering on Liesl Tesch. Unfortunately, with the rollers occasionally, we do the same thing with Troy Sachs, where you're just hoping that he can score. And, you know, Canada comes down, they have 3 or 4 players on the court right now that can score, and that makes them dangerous.
Ritchie unable to haul it in, but Paula Coughlin will recover for the Gliders. They took the lead 9-8 with 11 minutes 50 remaining on the clock. They've gone nearly 5 minutes without a score. Slam lays it back for Romeo. Back for Julie Slam. Now here's Tesch from the free throw line. Oh, great pass for Romeo. She gives it off for Ritchie. Shot clock down to 8. Coughlin fires and hits. And the foul.
Of course, Paula Coughlin there, the girlfriend of Sandy Blythe, the captain of the Rollers, so very much in the family. She gets one to bank off the basket, gets fouled on the occasion. She gives a little salute.
Peter Corr was going to call a timeout given the Canadian run, but he cancels that. And now Paula Coughlin is at the free throw line for the extra point.
They just needed one basket. Of course, not a whole lot of points going on the board from either team after almost 13 minutes of play. Liesl Tesch with the offensive rebound.
So a chance to string together back-to-back baskets. Slan off for Coughlin. She has 4 points. Inside pass for Tesch, unable to control it. Canada come up with possession through Ferguson.
gives a little look at the referee. Did you see that?
Ferguson heading to the basket. Oh, that's a tough shot, and Canada are back out by 5.
Tracy Ferguson averaging 7 points a game. As you see, comes down and gets the eyes on the glass, focuses in and puts it on.
They make it look so easy. Coughlin at the top of the key. Inside of 6 minutes to play in the first half. The gold medal game, Australia and Canada, and the Gliders turn it over. Del Cole with possession for Canada, and now they can look to extend on their 5-point lead. Have not lost a major competition match this decade, and they extend their lead. The basket through the captain, Linda Katrowski. They lead at 18-11, and Peter Core, the coach of the Gliders, will now take that time out with his team trailing it by 7.
But I think the girls came in tonight, they wheeled in, they waved to the crowd, and you kind of can look around going, woo, this is pretty good.
And we are the main event here.
And they're coming to see us.
Yeah.
But it was good, and they withstood the pressure. They traded basket for basket, and now, just in the last 3 or 4 minutes, things are getting a little tight.
Julianne Adams is fouled by Sabrina Pedanici. The Gliders won all 3 of their preliminary round matches in Group A. They then beat Japan 45-33 in the semi-final. They have won 2 bronze medals before, the Gliders, in the World Championship competition, but this is their first Paralympic Games medal. The only question is what colour will it be, as Julianne Adams will shoot 2 free throws, because that was the 8th team foul on Canada in the half. Each one more than 7 results in free throws for the opposition.
Well, Australia are shooting 50% from the free throw line. Not too bad in wheelchair women's basketball. The Canadians only shooting 28%. So in some ways you want to get us to the line, but in that occasion, Julianne Adams 0 for 2.
A long stretch for Del Cole, but she recovers possession for Canada. The Aussies led it 9-8. Since then, a 10-2 scoring run by Canada. Working it around for Tracy Ferguson. Tesh guarding her. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. 5 seconds to get a shot away. 3 seconds. Ferguson fires. Can't hit. And rebound is important, and Canada get it. Katrowski, and she has fouled. A baseline ball for Canada.
Such an important part of this game is if you have a big player like Renee Cole, is to try and push her inside, because once you get the ball in the key or around the basket, there's no way you can block the shot, because that chair becomes a pretty good screen.
Less than 5 minutes to play first half in the playoff for the gold medal. Pedanici of Canada. Just patiently taking their time. She just slings it forward for Del Cole. She catches, shoots, and scores!
That's exactly what I mean. When you get it inside, there's nothing you can do. And you're asking a small player, a one-pointer, to try and knock off a big 4.5-pointer, and that's tough to do.
Carter for Mosley. Oh, great pass for Tesh. Unable to convert, however, and Canada have it again. Wonderful feed inside. Liesl Tesh, though, unable to hit. She is 1 of 8 from the field so far. She would be very disappointed with that number. Ferguson goes down. Oh, it's a good recovery by Pedanici.
Yes, Liesl Tesh shooting the ball pretty well in this tournament, so 1 for 8. Just not having any luck with the offensive end.
Ferguson for 3 with the shot clock due to expire. Adams with the rebound off for Liesl Tesh. The streak of green hair. Working it around. Now Mosley on the right-hand wing. Back for Liesl Tesh. Will she take on Del Cole? There's a whistle off the ball. The foul will be called on Canada, assessed for the captain, Linda Katrowski. So it will be free throws for Alison Mosley for Australia to try and cut back into this 9-point deficit.
You know, I've had 2 years or so with the Rollers. I've sat in that chair twice in that time, and both times I said, nah, you can have it. It's too hard. And I think everybody should appreciate how you move on that court, how you shoot a free throw, how you shoot a 3-pointer of all things, especially little Tracy Ferguson out here firing up threes. It is not easy to do.
Alison Mosley, 28-year-old from Toowong in Queensland. This is her 2nd Paralympic game. She's unable to